What is going on, everyone? This is Ninja Geek here, and today we are bringing you another Call of Duty Advanced Warfare gameplay, but we are going to be talking about a different topic today. I'm going to have a few topics going up soon, so first off, let's get off with a little bit of news. So first, obviously Thursday there will be no video because it is Thanksgiving, and where I not really live, but where the traditions are. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there, early Thanksgiving, because I won't be doing a video obviously Thursday for that event. And then we're going to also be talking about something Wednesday. I'm not sure when I'm going to post Wednesday, but it's either going to be another kind of game review-ish, or it's going to be something like a live com. But I'll have to see about that. But anyways, let's get into talking about the Walking Dead game by Overkill. Now, first off, I heard about this this past Sunday when The Walking Dead was on, because I saw that on one of the commercials they had introduced a Walking Dead mobile game. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this game is going to be called. So this mobile game that's coming out in 2015, it's supposedly early 2015. It's supposed to actually be I guess it's like an open world survival type of game, but I don't really know too much on it, but that will definitely be interesting. So I wanted to just mention that in this video, and because they did announce it on the show. 2016, the game that we're going to be talking a little right now, is a little bit in the distant future, but definitely an interesting idea, since we did get some teasers a while back. Because the reason why I'm doing a video on this now, obviously, is because I haven't even heard of this information until last Sunday, when I actually looked it up, because I wanted to find out more information on the mobile game, which, like I said before, should be a pretty good game, but it depends, because it is a mobile game. Sometimes mobile games are catching up to console type of games now, but this game by Overkill that supposedly is coming out in 2016, this type of Walking Dead survival game, and basically, if you don't know, Overkill is one of the not publishers, but the game developers that made the Payday series, currently Payday 2. I think they announced like another type of Payday game that I'm not entirely sure, because I'm not following that line. I haven't been following that area, but I'm pretty sure they're in the Payday series, and they're trying to make an open world survival game based off of I'm not entirely sure. I believe it's obviously based off of something about The Walking Dead. I don't think that it would just go into completely new characters. It would have some backdrop, like some kind of backdrop story, and I'm going to get into a little bit something else as we continue on. But I'm obviously going to have a link for this reveal thing in the description if you did not see it yet, because obviously they came out with a little teaser. It's no gameplay of the game, obviously. We're too far away to see that. We're 2 years away to actually see this. But this, a while back, I believe it was like 4 months ago, I made a video stating about how they should make a Walking Dead survival game, basically like a huge open world game. And this game by Overkill that's supposedly coming out in 2016, it doesn't match it 100%, but it definitely comes close. It's obviously going to be a first-person shooter, because I think they even said it was going to be, but also because they made the Payday series, and that was in first person. They're trying to do the same thing, have a Payday-like game, but instead of robbing banks, you are, get a group and you survive together. So I really think that this idea is cool. And now I want to talk about the fact that Robert Kirkman himself came out before this game was, announced, or while this trailer that I left in the description below, while this trailer, came out, this teaser for the game, Robert Kirkman is actually in the teaser. He's with this game 100%. He's following it. He thinks that this game is going to be the game that all Walking Dead fans are happy about, which is, really good, because obviously the last Walking Dead game to come out was The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. That's like the main one, for console games, at least anyways. I believe it was on PC too, I want to say, but for console games, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct was the last, big Walking Dead console game release. So, and I believe Robert Kirkman had, some say in it, maybe not, but story, again, was more based on the AMC side of things, where, I mean, obviously it was based more on the TV series because we get to go in depth and find out what happened with Daryl and Merle, you know, their past story before the apocalypse happened. And but it was more of AMC's side take of it versus Robert Kirkman himself. And I think that having Robert Kirkman on board from the beginning, and we're finding this out 2 years ahead of time, just makes everything a whole lot better. Because if you never played Survival Instinct, which a lot of people either have or haven't, but it depends on when you got the game, a lot of people did end up pre-ordering the game. They ended up, you know, buying it like straight outright because, you know, it's a Walking Dead game. It was the first Walking Dead game on consoles. I don't think yet. The only other Walking Dead game on the console that was before its time was obviously the Walking Dead Season 1 of the Telltale stories of The Walking Dead, which is, well, first off, let's just say that series, along with Season 2 of that game, is way, way better, and obviously I love that series. There's nothing, there's obviously some game flaws within it. I looked up some game spoofs, or not spoofs, game goofs with that thing, like they forgot to do this or that, but the whole game itself, the Telltale game, Walking Dead, is fantastic. It's one of my favorite games of all time, but then we have this other game, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct, and that just put a horrible taste in our minds. We want to get out of that zone. I mean, I guess we'll go by this through categories. So graphics of the game, graphics don't mean anything, really, if the gameplay is good, if the controls are good and, everything like that. Like, if the graphics were the last thing that kind of sucked about the game, it wouldn't really matter. But the graphics in this game are really bad to start off with, so, that's not a good start. The graphics aren't good, and especially because the game came out in 2013, meaning that, a bunch of other games came out in 2013. I'm trying to think. Call of Duty Ghosts came out in 2013. Left 4 Dead 2, for crying out loud, came out in 2009, and those graphics look better than The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. Like, it literally took, they put no time into making the graphics. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Maybe they wanted to do that for a sort of, look of how the game was, but the graphics themselves weren't the best. I don't think that they were anywhere up to par with the 2013 game standard of graphics, especially for a PC or something like that. The graphics may look better on there, but not entirely. But then we to get away from the graphics, we have the controls, and don't even get me started. The controls of the game were horrible. The running animations, the actual, the way the whole system of controls worked was just, I didn't like it at all. And then we have, the story. Well, first off, the story, the whole entire story by itself was about, let's say, okay, I get home, I put the game on my, disc tray, I close the disc tray, I play the game. It literally took me 2 days, not 2 days of game time. It took me 2 days of actual days, meaning I come home from school, let's say, I play the game, and then I only get an hour or 2 hours into it, and then I stop, and then I don't play for the rest of the night, and then I come home the next day, and then I play it again. It literally took so short to complete the game. The game had no replay value. There's no replay value. There's no multiplayer in the game, which I'll get to in a minute. But the story was so short, it literally wasn't even worth the $40 that we spent on. I believe it was $50 at the time. It was not worth the $50 that anyone spent on it. Now, if you did pre-order, you got the bonus, I guess it was Horde Survival Mode, which really should have been included. They just wanted to make people pre-order the game, but this mode should have been included in every version. You shouldn't have had a pre-order bonus, thing to download, a download code to download this special mode. That shouldn't have even, been a part of it. It should have just been the whole entire game. Had this Horde Survival Mode, but either way, since I did pre-order it, I got this mode, and this mode was probably the funnest thing that was even in the game, because after you complete the story, there's nothing to do, literally. I mean, why would you go back and play the same story again? Now, if the story was actually a decent, amazing story, I can't think, the Walking Dead Telltale games, that's an amazing story, then maybe you want to play it again. And the Walking Dead Telltale games, those stories are actually pretty long, and they come out in seasons because there are different episodes within the season, so it takes a little bit to actually get it. It's kind of like the TV series. But with this survival game, we got it all at once, and the game was so short, it literally wasn't worth the money that we spent for it. Not Ford it, because Ford is the name of a car brand, not, you know. Anyways, getting off track here. What I'm trying to say is that the past Walking Dead game was a failure. The Walking Dead Survival Instinct, complete bomb. AMC just pushed that out to press sales, obviously, to get more sales out of the TV series even. For people that, you know, were trying to get into it, and maybe the game would have led them more into the TV series. The actors got more publicity because of this. AMC obviously gets more money because of this, more viewers. It all, you know, works together. But all it really did was destroy, you know, Daryl's, or Norman Reedus's, I guess I should say, career, as well as, you know, it was a complete bomb. And hopefully, within this next game developed by Overkill, so far I don't know who's, you know, helping them with this game, but hopefully the game, I mean, because, well, first off, let's talk a little bit about Payday 2. Payday 2 was a good game, but I just didn't like the controls of it. The overall controls were kind of clunky, I felt, but the game idea and the whole game itself was actually a pretty decent game. And if this game by Overkill in 2016 comes out on next-gen consoles, it's probably going to look unbelievable. Those are just my thoughts, and especially because Robert Kirkman is involved so early on in the development. Like, they didn't just throw him on last moment and say, yo, Kirkman, can we have you to come on to this trailer here? No, he was on it from the beginning. You know, like, it's not like a week before the game release, they just said, yo, Kirkman, let's get up here and make a speech about the Overkill's The Walking Dead, or whatever it's going to be called. Obviously, by then, we'll have a name. But that's all for this video. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe for more Advanced Warfare content, as well as other gaming-related content along the way. And I think I said this already, but leave a comment on what you think about this game by Overkill, and also leave a comment on what you think about the mobile game coming out in 2015. Obviously, we're getting that one first, so I may do a little bit more research and try and figure out something, you know, more things on that, and make a separate video talking about that separate game, the mobile Walking Dead game coming out. But leave a comment below on what you think of either of those games, and I will see you on whatever my next video happens to be. I'm Ninja Geek. I'm out. Peace.